Following is a presentation of RJL 518. Good evening, everybody. Kind of late in the evening on a Friday night, but this is Robert again from RJL 518, welcoming you to Game 2 of this 1964 Inside Pitch One and Gone tournament. I'm just having a blast with Inside Pitch. I want to play more, so I hope you guys don't mind that I play some more baseball. This is game number 2 of this tournament, and this is the 19th seeded Kansas City Athletics. They will take on the 14th seed Minnesota Twins. For those of you who are not sure of what is happening in this tournament, I show you the one and gone sheet right there as the Cleveland Indians beat the New York Mets, the 13th seed Indians against the 20 seeded Mets. Please check that game out. Philip Reynolds says hello. Welcome here to Metropolitan Stadium. If you haven't checked that game out, please do. It was a lot of fun. As I said, the reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of people did choose 1964, 1977, and some did choose 2015 for my payoff pitch. But because 1985 got chosen, I said, well, how about I use Inside Pitch to do a few tournaments? So our first tournament is we're gonna, as a kind of a consolation prize for the seasons that didn't get chosen for payoff pitch. As Philip Reynolds says, go 85 Mets. Okay, we're gonna play some Inside Pitch. And this is game 2 of the one and gone tournament, and it features the Kansas City A's against the Minnesota Twins. It'll be Orlando Pena versus Jim Mudcat Grant. This is going to be done non-broadcast style. I'm just playing this straight out. We're rolling and playing. And glad that Philip Reynolds is first to join us. So, again, welcome. We're going to play some more baseball. I just love this Inside Pitch. I just want to play more. So, if everybody wants to join me, that's great. And if not, you can always catch the replay. I'm having a blast. Starting pitcher for the 1964 Minnesota Twins is Jim Mudcat Grant. He gets the first call in this tournament. We're using 4-man rotations, and of course, every player is available in the on the team's rosters in these packs. So these are the packs for Inside Pitch. Everybody is available. So, but we have to go by at bats. So we can't just take. We usually have to go by at bats in some way. So usually I'll always bring up the players that played the most. Jim Grant, 14-13 at a 3.67 ERA in 1964 for the Twins. And they are the 14th seed. The Athletics are the 19th seed. We are playing at Metropolitan Stadium. A lot of home runs were hit here in 1964, 203. So we could see a high-scoring game here. So let's play some baseball. Let's go to the top of the first, shall we? Let's have a little fun. Leading off for the 1964 Kansas City A's, shortstop is Wayne Causey. I'll introduce the players as they come up to bat. Let's play ball. Game number 2 of the tournament. Jim Grant, 1-5 is a blank. 3-3 on Causey is a ground ball to second base, and that's 1 out. I'm not going to go through the rules. I'm going to try to get through the game a little faster. Next batter, center fielder Nelson Matthews. 5-6, and that is a, let's see, 5-6 is a strikeout possibility, +1 to Metropolitan Stadium against the righties of 14, becomes a 15, and Matthews does strike out. 2 outs. And the next batter will be third baseman Ed Charles. As D. Smith joins me here, Philip Reynolds. How you doing there, D. Smith? These lineups are pretty much mine, but they are designed with they are designed by Baseball Reference. So utilizing the main players for each team, I put together a lineup for each team. 2 outs. Here's Ed Charles with Jim Grant. And that is a 4-3, and that's a possible home run against the right-handers, a 6, but an 8's not going to do it. And Charles, a 2-3, and that is a ground out to third. Nothing for Kansas City. And we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Pitching for the 1964 Kansas City Athletics will be Orlando Pena. He was 12-14 with a 4.44 ERA. He is the first starter. I'm using 3 to 4 man rotations, depending on where these teams are. And this is game number 2 of this 1964 one and gone. Al Red Sox fan is doing a one and done, so I'm doing a one and gone. He's doing 69, I'm doing 64. Leading off for the 1964 Minnesota Twins, shortstop Zoyo for Sally's, excellent player. Randall Pena, let's see, 5-4. That is a strikeout plus 10. A 3 is definitely going to do that. And Versalles strikes out for 1 down. Third baseman Rich Rollins is next. 6-2. And against that is a strikeout plus 10 again against a righty. His strikeout rating is a 7, and that becomes a 17. Plus 1 is an 18, but he will not strike out with a 20. So Rollins gets a chance to swing. 6-2, and that's a fly out to left. I just love inside pitch. I really am beginning to fall in love with this game. Batting next up is going to be the right fielder, Tony Oliva. He batted .323 in 1964. Randall Pena, 2-4, possible error on a throw. 3-3, star line 1, ground ball to second base. The second baseman in this case is Green. His error rating is a 3. It's an 8 on the dice. There'll be no error, and he will just ground out to second. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Twins. I hope you guys don't mind if I play some more. You know, I mean, I'm glad to have people in my chat, but if nobody can join me in the chat, I completely understand. There's lots of other things going on. But I hope you guys don't mind if I play some more baseball. Remember, the 1985 payoff pitch season will begin November 2nd. We'll have a doubleheader for that one. And we're going to have, to start that season off, is going to be the Cleveland Indians against the Detroit Tigers, and the Toronto Blue Jays will play the Kansas City Royals. That's going to be opening day of the 1985 season, May 2nd. We'll have an opening day doubleheader for you guys. Top of the second, Rocky Colavito will bat for the Athletics. 6-2 is a blank from Mudcat. 1-1 is a star line 2, ground out to short. I got to love that name. Jim Mudcat Grant. How can you not love a guy that was given a name of Mudcat? Got to love it. Played inside pitch in a couple of 1978 games. I ordered the 1978 season today. I'll have that in a couple of days. I'm loving inside pitch, D. Smith. I really am. Here's Jim Gentile. He is at first base today. 3-4. That is a possible throwing error. Gentile 4-4. That is a star line 6. And that's a fly out to right. So that's not going to be an error there. So that's 2 outs. And next batter will be the catcher, Doc Edwards. 3-4. Another possible throwing error. Edwards 4-2. That's a ground ball to third base. The ball is hit to Rollins. His error rating is a 12. It's a 6, and we're going to have a throwing error. And we have an error. We have a throwing error. So the question is, let's see what kind of error. So we roll a 1d6. The throw is the first. It is a 6. And Allison's range is a 3. And he does not get by it. He can't corral it. Doc Edwards' base running rating is a 1. The only way he can get the second is on a 1, and he doesn't. So it is an error, but Doc Edwards stays at first. So that is an error. That is an error on second on the that was an error on Rollins, right? That was an error. That's an E5. And he stays at first. That is the first error on the Twins. Edwards on at first due to the error. The next batter will be left fielder Manny Jimenez. Let's see. He does have a pickoff trait, so let's see if this batter guys does anything. A 3. Nope, nothing going on. 2 outs. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. 2-5 on Jim Grant guard. That is a strikeout possibility. A 7 plus 1 is 8. 10 too high. Jimenez, 1-3, fly out to right. That ends the inning. So nothing for Kansas City. There was one error. Had a pitcher come in the bottom of the 8th, pick off a runner to end the inning. The 3rd innings pitch, no pitches thrown. Check out my Mets Indians game I just did. It should be on my channel when you get a chance on that. That game was nuts. That was an inside pitch game, and that was one of the crazier inside pitch games I've had yet. And I'm glad because I've only played a handful of inside pitch games, and I always want to know if I'm going to see some crazy games. I finally got a few. Bottom of the 2nd, and leading off for the Minnesota Twins is left fielder Harmon Killebrew. And boy, 49 home runs in 1964. He was a beast. 2-2 on Pena's card. That is a walk possibility, 17-3, and he will walk him. Killebrew trots down to first. The batter will be Jimmy Hall. Anything on the strat? And that is an 11. Nothing going on. Pena's pitch, 5-6. That is a blank. 2-5 for Jimmy Hall. That is a ground ball to short. Double play rating is a 2. Infield's automatically halfway with a runner on first. So that's a 3. 0 double play. Ground ball to short. Second baseman's pivot rating. Green is a 0. So a 1-3. It is a double play. Nope. Harmon Killebrew with a 5. Harmon Killebrew will be out at second. Hall will make it to first. And there is 1 out on the fielder's choice. Next batter will be first baseman Bob Allison. Infield still halfway. Anything going on the strat guy? 3. Attempt is a 1. That would be a hit and run attempt. Bobby Allison. Yeah, oh man. That would be a hit and run attempt. Let's do it. Hit and run attempt. It's a 1. And it's got to be at least 2 or 3 for hit and run. So we'll try a hit and run for Jimmy Hall. 4-3 on Pena's card. That is a blank against the righty. 3-6 on Allison's card. Fly ball to right, and that won't matter. So hit and run, but Hall's got to get back 2 down. That will bring up the catcher, Earl Beatty. With 2 outs, I don't roll strat. 5-1. That is a blank for Pena. He's not tired. 2-6, pop out to second base, and that will end the inning. So nothing for the Twins here at the end of 2. We still got no score. Pena's got, 26? So they're tired, and Beatty and Grant is 28, so that would be here. I think it's tired. Like I said, D. Smith, how can you not love this game, really? I just want to play it. That's the thing. I just want to continue playing it. I mean, I'm loving Payoff Pitch, but this game here is just so more deep. It's just really a great baseball game. I love my Payoff Pitch for the way it flows for broadcasting, but I love this game for the depth of the game. I'll tell you, Inside Pitch and Payoff Pitch are probably going to be the only games I'll ever get. I had ID Jester try to tell me I should pick up a copy of Fall Classic. I don't like charts, and I don't like 50-50, like Stratomatic. The only Stratomatic season I will ever get from them, if I have to pick up a Stratomatic game, is if they remaster the 86 season. That will be the only season I'll get from Stratomatic, and I would play that. Because I have played the 86 season before, but they need to remaster and go super advanced on their cards. Top of the 3rd, where are we? Let's see here. Second baseman Dick Green leads off for the Kansas City A's. Mudcat Grant, 5'4", range play. Dick Green, 6'5". That is a ball hit into center field. It is a 14 against a righty. That is going to be a fly. That's a fly out. That would be a fly out to center, but you still got to roll to see if the range is made. So the ball was hit the center. Hall has a range of 4. And he makes the play. 1 out. Still have to roll to see if the play is made. That will bring up the pitcher, Orlando Pena. Status Pro Advanced, a close second, a solid upgrade to the old Status Pro. I loved Status Pro. I actually did like Status Pro. I had no issue with it. But yeah, inside pitches, me and Payoff Pitch, it's even. It really is even. And I create, and thankfully, I also have the Inside Pitch PC game. And thankfully, Bill Salm, who does that game, he created a generic pitcher hitting card for the DH American League teams. And I use that, and utilizing his template, I created some of my own pitcher batting cards for the American League. So when they play against, because I don't like the idea of using random cards from other teams, just create my own. Whether I got the system down right is close enough. Jim Grant will pitch. 6-5. That is a possible grounder error. 2-2, and that is a single into right. That's a single to right field. Oh, the pitcher gets himself a base hit. That's a single to right field. And a 18 on the dice, and that is not going to be an error on Oliva, so that's just a base hit. How about the pitcher, Pena, gets a base hit? He'll hold it first, and the batter will be Wayne Causey. Anything on the dice? Is a 14? Nope. Larry Harris joins me now. Thank you, sir. Welcome back. Just want to play more baseball. Just happy to have you guys here. Just enjoying just another game here. Infield halfway automatically. 6-3 on Mudcat's card is a blank. Wayne Causey, 5-6, fly out to right. And that is out number 2. And now we'll see Nelson Matthews. Jim Mudcat Grant. Just gotta love that name. Mudcat. Gotta love it. 4-3. That is a possible home run for Matthews. And against a righty is a 7, but a 15 is too high. So Matthews will get a chance to swing. 5-4 for him, and that is a fly out to center, and that will end the inning. The pitcher gets a base hit, but couldn't do anything with it. We're still scoreless. History Maker Baseball, I do like as well. I do like History Maker Baseball. I just, like I said, I don't like chart games. The problem with chart games, it's finite. Chart games are finite. Okay, there's a limit to how the charts will go. All right, this kind of stuff, there's no limit, really. There really isn't a limit. Plus, the one thing I love about Inside Pitch that I say almost every time I do a video over Stratomatic is Inside Pitch. Every play, every pitch, because of a range play, every one of these can be hits and every one of these can be outs. On Stratomatic, the only way you get a range play is off the pitcher card, okay? And that's it. It's off to the pitcher's card, where here anything can happen. Bernie Allen will lead off for the 64 Twins. He's at second base here in the bottom of the third. In game number 2 of my 64, 1 and gone. 1-4 for Orlando Pena, lefty. Possible home run check. And against the righty, that's an 8. That's a 5. Bernie Allen gets a hold of one and sends it out of here. Home run, Bernie Allen. Against the lefty on a 1-4. And that is an HR home run. And against a right-hander, he goes ahead and he can hit them. He had 6 of them, and a 5 definitely gives it. And the Twins get a 1-0 lead as they are finally, somebody breaks through on the scoreboard. Home run, Bernie Allen. That'll bring up Mudcat. Mudcat. Pena, 3-4. That's at the ballpark. 2-1, and that is a single, but a possible double. Jim Grant's base running rating is a 3. Does he turn it? Is a 3 plus 7. There's a 7, so we roll a 1-3. A 1-3, he gets the 1-3. He gets the second. 1-3, he gets the second. The base run, of course, it was hit. The ball was hit. to left field. So Killebrew's arm is a +1, so it's actually a 4. So 1 to 4, he makes it to second base, and a 5 he does not. So Grant holds at first base. So the pitcher for the Twins gets a hit, and he'll hold it first. That'll bring up Zoilo for Sally. Let's see, anything going on? 17. Bunt rating of 5 or for Sally, a 17. Yes, there's a bunt attempt. Zoil for Sally with a 5. We'll see. We'll go ahead and do a bunt. A bunt comes up, so we'll do a regular bunt. So the bunt is on. 2-4. That is a possible error on a throw. So now we go ahead and roll the die. And the ball is hit. The ball is hit back to the pitcher, I believe. Yes, it is. Ball is hit back to the pitcher, and his bunt, and for Sally's is a bunt rating of 5, and that is a 5 there. It is a successful sacrifice bunt. A successful sacrifice bunt. Now, does Pena's error rating is an 18? Now, does he make an error? He does not. Wow, a 20. An 18, and he rolls a 20. But Grant makes it to second. There's 1 out. The bunt is successful. That will bring up Rich Rollins. I don't think anyone sees anything going on with the strat roll. 10. Nope, nothing going on. Pena with the pitch. 5-3. That's a strikeout possibility against a righty. 7, 15 too high. Rich Rollins, 4-6, and that is a single past the shortstop for a base hit. Grant goes to third. His base running rating is a 3 on his S6. It needs to be a 3, and it is, which means Grant will score from second. He does have the speed, and he will score, and it is now 2-0 Twins on an RBI single by Rollins. Rollins on at first base, and the batter now is Tony Oliva. See if anything going on. 18. Oliva's bunt rating is a 3, and we possibly have another possible bunt. But with Tony Oliva batting .323, I'm not going to bunt this one. So I'll call that off, and we're just going to have I'm just going to have him hit normally. 6-1 on Pena's card is a possible walk. And against the righty is a 5, and nothing from Metropolitan Stadium, so Oliva does walk. So by taking off the bunt, I automatically move him into play. And runners at first and second with 1 out. And the batter will be Harmon Killebrew. Anything going on here? 13, nothing happening. So still 1 out, but Orlando Pena in a little bit of trouble. 4-2, possible wild pitch of 4, and that is what you got. Wild pitch by Pena, 1 to 10, a 4 in there, and the runners move up. As Pena just couldn't do it. And now runners at second and third, and Killebrew the batter. Infield is going to be in. 6-2. And that's a strikeout plus 10. And that would make this a 22. And Killebrew definitely strikes out. So that's out number 2. Got a big strikeout there by Pena. Now they can go back to normal depth. And the batter will be Jimmy Hall. And that is a 4-1. And against that is a possible walk plus 10 against the lefty. And that would be a 9, plus it is a 19, and he walks Hall. So he strikes out Killebrew, walks Hall. And now the bases are juiced for Bobby Allison. Pena's in trouble here with the Athletics. 4-3, and that is a blank on Allison's card. 6-6, ground ball right back, right to first base, and they will get out of it. But damage, however, was done. 2 runs for the Twins on 3 hits, a couple of walks, and a sacrifice. 3 innings in the books, and the Twins lead the A's 2-0 here in Game 2 of this one-and-gone tournament. Remember, D. Smith, if you catch me doing something wrong, please let me know. Although I really think I'm getting a lot better at this game. Top of the 4th coming up. Mudcat back on the mound. And here is Ed Charles. 5-1 walk possibility against the righty. That is a 12-16 too high. 5-4 on Charles's card. That is a pop out to third. That will bring up Rocky Colavito. Thank you, sir. Colavito. Jim Grant, 4-3. That's a possible home run. Colavito against a righty. That's a 17. That's a 9. And that's a crack. And that is gone. Rocky Colavito. He blasts a solo home run shot off of Mudcat Grant. And it's now 2-1. Rocky Colavito had 34 home runs in 1964, so I'm not surprised he got a hold of that one. Here's Jim Gentile. 6-3 blank. 1-6 pop out to second. And now the batter is Doc Edwards. 4-4 blank. 3-2 possible hit to left field. It's a 6 against a right-hander, and that is going to be a single for Doc Edwards. He has a base hit. 2-out hit for Edwards. And that will bring up Manny Jimenez. Not going to do strat rolls with 2 outs. 6-4. That is a blank against the left. Jimenez, 2-1 ground out to short. But the Athletics get a run on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-1 Twins. We'll see if Pena settled down from that last inning. Earl Beatty leads off for the Twins. 5-4 on Pena's card. That is a strikeout plus 10 against the right. That would be a 16 plus 1, 17, 15. Beatty is out. Now the batter will be Bernie Allen. He smacked a home run in his first time up. 5-1. That is a blank because Pena is not tired. Allen 2-6. Ground ball right back to Pena. He will throw to first for out number 2. And here's Mudcat. Mudcat. 6-3 on his card. A possible home run from Mudcat. Possible home run against the righty, though it's a 7, an 11 on the dice. Mudcat, he did have 2 home runs in 64, but he does not hit one there. So a 3-6 for him is just a line drive to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Twins. 4 on the book, still 2-1. Top of the 5th, the winner of this game. The winner of this game would play the 3rd seed in the tournament, and that would be the Chicago White Sox. They're the number 3 seed. The seeds are based on overall record, Whether they won the championship or not doesn't matter. Overall record. So the New York Yankees, I mean, here's the paperwork right there, as you can see. The Cleveland Indians pretty much barely got by the New York Mets. Larry Harris can attest to that game, how crazy that was. So that's the tournament bracket for the 1964 One and Gone Tour. Only 19 games will be played. When I get done with 1964, we will do 1977, and then we'll also do 2015, as I'm doing the 3 seasons that did not get chosen for the Payoff Pitch season, for the next season for Payoff Pitch. Kind of a consolation prize for the people that voted and didn't get what they wanted. Here's Dick Green. He'll lead off the top of the 5th. That is a 4-6. That's a possible home run. Against the righty, his home run rating is an 8. It's a 10, though. He will not get it. And that's a 6-6, and that's a star line 4, and that is a ground out to third. One thing I like about the star lines, too, the thing about it, the star lines actually kind of tell you what kind of pitcher he was. You got 3 fly outs and 3 ground outs. So you know this guy was pretty much a neutral pitcher. Okay. But here you look at Pena, he's got 4 ground outs and 2 fly outs. So you know he was more of a ground ball out pitcher than he was a fly out. That's one thing I like about this. You can actually tell which pitcher you're going to bring in. You know, if you need to bring in a ground ball pitcher or something, I mean, that really helps. There's a lot you can do with this game. 1 out. Pena the batter now. 3-2, that's a blank. So Pena gets a chance to swing. 3-1, and Pena's going to get his second base hit of the game. He gets a single past second. Pena's 2 for 2. He batted 160 in 1964, so okay. And the batter will be Wayne Causey. Let's see if anything's going on. A 13, nope. Pitch on the way, 5-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. 5-3 for Wayne Causey. Fly out to right. Two outs now. Here's Nelson Matthews. 3-1, possible a strikeout, and against the righty, it's a 14, plus 1 is a 15, a 3, and Matthews definitely is out of there. And the side is retired. No runs, but there was a hit. We are halfway through this game, and it is 2-1 Twin Cities. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Who leads off? Zoyo for Sally. Bottom of the 5th inning. Sally sacrificed and struck out. 2-1. And that is 2-1. And against the righty, that is a blank. 6-3, and that's a ground ball to short. Like I said, D. Smith, I got all these seasons. I just want to play. Whether anybody watches me or not, that's okay, and I don't mind posting it. Playing offline is one thing. Playing when I got an audience or at least somebody watching, even if they're not saying anything in the chat's another. Pena puts to Rich Rollins. That is a 2-4. That is a possible error on a throw. Rollins 5-3, and that is a pop out to first. So of course there is no throw there. So that makes out number 2. And here's Tony Oliva. A couple of good batters on this Twins team in 1964. They were mediocre. They're the 14th seed in this tournament. Not too bad. 2-3 for Pena. That is a possible hit by pitch. A 6 plus 4 is a 10, but a 13 too high. So Oliva misses it, and now he'll swing. And that is a 1-4, and that is a single to left field. Oliva has his first base hit of the game, and that will bring up Killebrew, the beast. Pretty much maybe one of the best home run hitter of 1964, maybe. Let's see. Oliva's got an attempt at 2. See if anything going on. That is a 10. Nope. Pena, 2-2, possible walk. And against the righty, that's a 17-12, no doubt about it. And for the second time in this game, Killebrew walks and puts runners at first and second. Still 2 out, though. It'll be up to Jimmy Hall to see if he can do anything for the Twins. Anything going on the strat? A 14? Nope. Five, 6 on Pena's card. That is a blank against the left. Jimmy Hall, 3-1, single to left field. That is a base hit. On a single to left, Tony Oliva. Second home is a +1. It is a 4. So here's what we do. I first usually move the base runners at least to one base. Tony Oliva's base running rating is a 4. Single to left to get the second home is a 5, so it's a +1. The ball was hit to left field, and that's Jimenez. His arm is a +2, so it's a 7. So Oliva automatically will score from second base. And it is now 3-1 Twins. Now, of course, does Killebrew get a chance to go from first to third? Does he go from first to third? So first to third, a single to single 7. First to third is a -2. Killebrew is a 2 base runner. So a -2 becomes a 0, +1 for 2 outs. And Jimenez's arm is a +2. So Killebrew can still get to third base. So a 1-3, he gets the third. And it is a 1, and he does. So Killebrew does get to third base on the play. So runners at the corners, 2 outs, and it's now 3-1 Twins. Let me read what you're reading here. Mudcat's nickname research. The Indians held their minor league camp in Daytona Beach and offered Grant a tryout. It was here that his moniker was bestowed upon him. A guy named Leroy Bartow Irby saw me, decided I was Mississippi, and called me Mudcat, recalled Grant. I didn't know him very well, and I didn't pay attention to what he called me. The old Yankee pitcher, Red Ruffing, was the coach in charge of making the minor league assignments. He read off names in the fields where the players would report. The first day I heard him say Mudcat Grant, field number 2, I thought there was another Grant in camp, that I would be the last one standing there. I wouldn't hear my name, so I would just float around the different diamonds. Mudcat, exactly. Runners at the corners. 2 outs, now 3-1 Twins. As Hall ripped a base hit, scored Oliva, sent Killebrew to third, and now here's Bobby Allison with runners at the corners. (5-2). That is a strikeout possibility against a righty. That's a 9, 4 on the dice, and Allison will go down. And that'll end the inning. Twins get a run on a couple of hits. At the end of 5, the Twins lead the Athletics 3-1. Good story. Thank you, D. Smith. It's good to know about some of these nicknames and such. It really is. Top of the 6th inning, 3-1 lead for the Twins. Leading off for the Athletics will be Ed Charles against Mudcat. 4-4, that is a blank. Charles 5-5, that's a ball hit to center field against a righty. It rolls an 11, and that is going to be a triple for Ed Charles. Triple for Charles. Gets that off a Mudcat. Now a chance for Kansas City to get some runs in. Here's Rocky Colavito. Infield will be in. 2-2. Possible wild pitch, and that's exactly what it is. Wild pitch, 1-12. There's a 2, and Charles will score. 3-2. Bases clear now as Kansas City gets the run back. We'll do it again. 4-1, possible hit by pitch, a -8 against the 5, not a chance. Colavito ducks under it. Now he'll swing. 3-4, fly out center. Next batter will be Jim Gentile. 1-4, that's a possible home run chance. Against the lefty, needs to be a 1-2. It's a 5, there's none. Doesn't clear the home run there, so we'll see. We go right to Gentile's card. 2-4, star line 2, ground out to short. And now the batter is Doc Edwards. 1-1, possible walk against the righties, a 5-17, way too high. 2-6, ground ball right back to Grant, and he'll take it and throw to first, and that'll do it. 1 run on 1 hit and a wild pitch. Twins still lead it, but now it's 3-2. Remember, it's a one-and-done tournament. Lose and go home. Bottom of the 6th inning. Could be Pena's last inning. Probably will be. He's due to bat 3rd. And Earl Beatty will bat for Minnesota. Looking forward to my 1985 replay. A very long full season replay going on with that season. He said, yep, I'm looking forward to starting it too. Remember, I'm doing half the season in a way every other season day. So it won't take so long, but we're still going to get excitement. We're going to get a lot of games in, a lot of regular season games, and around maybe halfway through September, we finish the last 2 weeks with a playoff push, and then we'll have the playoffs again. I'm looking forward to starting it, but I also wanted to play some inside pitch, so I'm taking a break, so I'm not starting. That's why I'm not starting that season until November. I want to play some inside pitch. So I decided to use the seasons that did not get chosen as tournaments for inside pitch. 6-1, possible walk. And a 15 and definitely the 4 on the die, he will walk. Beatty walks the leadoff batter, and that will bring up Bernie Allen. Let's see, anything on the strat? That is a 9, nothing going on. 4-2 on Pena's card, a wild pitch possibility of 15, no wild pitch. He avoids it. Wow, no wild pitch. So he'll roll again. 1-5, that's a possible strikeout against the righties. A 5, a 2 will definitely do it. Allen goes down on strikes. 1 man out. Mudcat due to bat, and I think the Twins are going to pull him. And I think he has done his job. The Twins are going to bring in a pinch hitter. I think if there was nobody on base, they probably would Mudcat bat. Let's see. The Twins are going to bring in Don Mincher to bat against Pena. He had 287 at bats as a lefty. So Earl Beatty on there. Let's see if anything happens. Anything on the strat roll? 9. Nope. Still 1 out. Pena will pitch. 6-3. Possible home run. And possible home run against a righty. That's a 20-11, and Don Mincher is going to come off the bench and smack a pinch hit home run off of Orlando Pena. Crack. The ball is high. The ball is deep. The ball is gone. Goodbye, home run. Don Mincher, pinch hit home run. The fans here at Metropolitan are enjoying that one. And now the Twins lead at 5-2. Pena is due to bat 3rd. They really would like him to get through this inning, but that made things a little bit difficult. Here's Zoyo for Sally. We'll see if Pena can maybe shake it off, at least get done with the inning. Still 1 out here, bottom of the 6th. 1-1, that's a walk possibility against the righty. A 7, no walk because a 12 is too high. 6-3, ground out to short. And now Pena is tired. But maybe he can get through Rich Rollins. 4-4. That is a strikeout possibility against the right. Is a 7, a 4 on the die, and he will strike out Rollins. But the damage is done. 2 runs on a hit. A big jack by Don Mincher. Pinch hit home run off the bench. 6 innings in the books, and it is 5-2 Twins. We go to the top of the 7th. Going to pull Pena up because he is automatically done. Because he's due to bat third. Manny Jimenez is the leadoff batter for Kansas City. Let's see who we want to bring in to pitch for the Twins. Let me check it. So we got a lefty, you got a righty, and you're going to have a pinch hitter. They're going to bring in Jerry Arrigo, lefty against lefty. So Jerry Arrigo will pitch for 64 Minnesota against Jimenez to start the top of the 7th. 4-5 strikeout possibility against the lefty. That is a 7, a 3, and he strikes out Jimenez. 1 man out. He has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next batter will be Dick Green. He'll pitch to him. 1-4 possible walk against the lefties. A 7, a 6, 7, and he does walk Green. So he strikes out 1 batter, but walks Green. So a base runner on base. We'll see a pinch hitter now for the Athletics. Probably bring in a righty, and that's going to be Bert Campaneris. Campaneris will go ahead and pinch hit against Jerry Arrigo. Let's see, attempt to 1. Anything going on? 15, no. Infield half. There goes the 1 die. We'll roll it anyway. 1-3. Possible a walk plus 10 against the lefty. A 7 makes it a 17. A 2, and he walks Campaneris. So now Arrigo having issues. He strikes out the lefty, but walks the 2 righties. And now the batter is Wayne Causey, and he will pitch to Causey because it's left on left. 1 out, runners at first and second. Anything going on? That is an 8. No. 5-2 Twins. Top of the 7th here. Game number 2 of this one and gone tournament. Arrigo 2-4. Wild pitch possibility of 5. And yes, man, these pitchers are having a lot of problems with a lot of control. Wild pitch, runners advance. And still 1 out. And now with runners at second and third, what do you do now with Causey? Nelson Matthews is the next hitter for the Athletics. Do you just put him on base? Nah, you don't. No, you don't put the tying run on base. You pitch. But the infield is now going to be, with a 5-2 lead, they're going to call the infield back. Sacrifice a run for the out. 1-6. And that is a possible walk plus 10 against the 12, against the lefty is an 18. That makes that a 28, and he walks Causey anyway. And now the bases are loaded for Nelson Matthews, and that's going to be it for Arrigo. Struck out the batter and then just started walking everybody. So Arrigo is done. We'll see a new pitcher for the Twins. I'm sure they'll bring in a right-hander. And they will bring in Johnny Clipstein. He's actually a pretty good pitcher. But he comes in here in a big jam. Bases loaded. Johnny Clipstein will come in to pitch. And he will go up against Nelson Matthews. And Nelson Matthews, I think we might see a pinch hitter against Clipstein. And they'll take Nelson Matthews out and switch in Larry Stahl, a lefty. No, I'm not. Larry Stahl. And Matthews was the center fielder, so Stahl will take over at center field. So Stahl will now be the new center fielder instead of Matthews. And 30-17-1. Bases loaded, 1 out. Big play, big pitch coming up here for the Twins. They're going to call the infield. No, they're very hard to get a double play. They're going to call the infield in. 2-5 on Clipstein. That is a possible strikeout. And against a right-hander, it's a 13 plus 1 is a 14, a 9. He does strike out Stahl. And that is a big K. He gets Stahl on a strikeout. And now it'll be up to Ed Charles, and he will bat. Bases loaded now, 2 outs. Clipstein, 2-4. Possible error on a throw. 1-5. Fly ball center field. There's not going to be a throw on that. And he gets out of the jam. Wow. No runs. There were 3 walks, no hits. And it stays 5-2 as Kansas City lets that go by the board. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Tony Oliva is leading off for the Twins. So I'm pretty sure we'll see bring in a lefty to pitch. And they will bring in Ted Bosefield. Ted Bosefield will pitch against Tony Oliva, lefty on lefty here in the bottom of the 7th. Good game going on here so far. 4-5 on Bosefield's card. That is a range play. That's first range play I think I've had in the game. 6-5. Ground ball to Bosefield. His range is a 3. Does he make it? Yes, he does. Bosefield gets it, spears it on the hop, throws to first, and gets him out. 1 down. And that will bring up Harmon Killebrew, Hall of Famer. 1-6, that's a blank. 6-1, Starline 3, ground out to short. Batter now is Jimmy Hall. 1-3, that is a blank against the left. 5-6, that's a ground ball right back to Bosefield. He will take that as well and throw it to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Ted Bosefield as he gets the Twins out in order. Running out of outs, though, is the Athletics. They are down 5-2 at the end of 7. Top of the 8th, Johnny Clipstein. He still has a few batters left in him. Rocky Colavito leads off for the Kansas City A's. 3-6, and that is a single pass against the righty. That's an automatic single past the pitcher. Colavito will be on first. And that's his second hit of the game. Colavito hit a home run earlier. The batter now will be Jim Gentile. 5-2, 3 runs, 2 innings left. No strat roll. 2-3, possible error on a grounder. 2-4, Starline 2. That is a possible. That's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Allen. His error rating is a 6. A 10 on the dice. There will not be an error. Now, do we have a double play? 3 plus the infield halfway is 4. 0. 0. The pivot rating on either second base or shortstop is also a 0. So 1 to 4, they turn it. They do. Gentile and Colavito are out. Double play. With 2 outs, it'll bring up Doc Edwards. 4-6-3. 5-3 on Clipstein. Wild pitch, but that's a foul ball. 3-1. And against a righty, that's a possible strikeout. And against a right is an 8. Even with the +1 makes it a 9, but a 10 too high. Edwards gets a chance to swing. 5-2. And against a righty, that's a ground ball right back to first. No runs. There was a hit for Kansas City. Bottom of the 8th, still 5-2 Twins. It's amazing when you know the rules how smooth this game really goes. Really is. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Ted Bosefield. Let's see. 7. Let's see there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll keep him out there. He's due to bat third, so they'll keep Bosefield out. Leading off for the Twins will be Bobby Allison. He's 0 for 3. 2-5. Possible throwing error. 2-3. And that's a ground ball to Bosefield. His error rating is a 13, a 6, and there will be an error on the throw. So the throw was what the throw went to first base. Gentile, his range is a 2. Does he stop the ball? No, he does not. Does Allison advance to second? Base running rating is a 4. A 2. He does advance to second base on the throwing error. Throwing error by Bosefield. Tried to get Allison too fast, and he threw it away. There was no way that Gentile could make the play, and Allison winds up on second. That's a big error. And that is an E1, and that is the first error on the Athletics. Allison on at second base. The batter will be Earl Beatty. Bosefield, 4-6, and that is a possible home run check against a righty. That would be a 1-5. That is a 3. It does pass. Now against the lefty, he needs a 1-3. So 1-3. Beatty hits it out of here. 4. He just missed it, and there's no increase here at Metropolitan Stadium. I'm surprised. With 203 home runs, he didn't add a +1 here, but nope, he just misses it, so it becomes a blank, and Beatty just gets the roll. And that is a 4-4. That is a star line 2. That's a ground ball to third. Allison. Does he advance to third? Only can advance on a 6 roll, and he does not. So Beatty is out. 1 out, and Allison stays at second base. Here's Bernie Allen. 2-4, and that is a blank against the left. 6-1 single into right field for Bernie Allen. Allison's base running rating is a 4. To get from second to home on a single to right makes it a +1 and a 5, which makes it a 5. The ball was hit to right field. Colavito's arm is a -1. So a 1-4, he will make it. It is a 1, and he does. It is a 1, and he does. And Bernie Allen, if roll is less than or equal to the trailing base running rating, advance on the throw, and that is. So Allison will score from second, and Allen advances to second on the throw, and it is now 6-2 Twins. One. That's pretty much That's pretty much the best dice roll you can get. That's the best dice roll you can get when checking for runners advance. A 1-1. On a 1-1, you know all the runners advance at least one extra base. That's the best dice roll you can get is 1-1. 6-2, run comes in on an RBI single by Bernie Allen. Johnny Klipstein is the next batter to come up. They're going to go ahead and bring in a pinch hitter. Let's see, against the lefty. So again, I'm pretty sure they'll bring in a right-hander here. And they will bring in, let's see. Bench is kind of weak, but I'll bring in Frank Castro. He has 103 at-bats. That's good for me enough. Frank Castro will pinch hit for 64 Minnesota. Runner on second base, still one out. 6-2 Twins. This made Boasfield's due to bat third, but after this batter, he'll be tired. I don't know how much longer I'll keep him in there. 2-6 on Boasfield's card. That is a possible strikeout at 12 against the left-handed pitcher. A 12 plus 1 is a 13. It would have been a strikeout anyway. He does get Castro. And that is the second out. And now Versali. (4-1) 4-1, possible error. 5-6. That's a star line 3. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Causey. His error rating is a 9. The 11 is too high. Causey will take it. He will throw to first and get the inning over with. And that's just a ground ball to short. 1 run comes in on 1 hit and 1 error. And the Athletics are 3 outs away from being eliminated in this tournament. The Twins lead at 6-2. And who knows? I might even play game 3 of my tournament tonight. Who knows? I'm having fun. I'm just having fun. Whether anybody's watching or not, I'm having fun because I know some people watch the replay. I have the Washington Senators versus the Chicago Cubs. That's game 3. Yes, I do have interleague. It is interleague play, absolutely. And when we get to the 1970s, designated hitters will bat at the DH park and pitchers will bat at the National League park. Top of the 9th inning, 6-2 Twins. Doesn't look good for the Kansas City Athletics here. Boasfield's going to come out because he's automatically due to bat third. Manny Jimenez leads off for Kansas City. He's a lefty. Let's see who Minnesota wants to bring in. Really not a safe situation. I'm not doing fatigue, so everybody would be available because you figure a few days would pass before a few days would pass before the next one here. They're going to bring in Bill Pleiss. Might as well. Bill Pleiss will come in from Minnesota, lefty against Jimenez. Not doing any fatigue. These are all my lineups with a little help of Baseball Reference. Top of the 9th, can the Kansas City A's get some 9th inning magic? We had some 9th inning magic in that Mets-Indians game. Might want to check that out, D. Smith. That game was nuts. Bill Pleiss, 2-3. That is a possible strikeout against the lefty. That is a 7 plus 1 is 8. A 6. Jimenez is out of there. 1 out. Next up will be Dick Green. 2-4, walk plus 10 against the lefty. A 7 makes it a 17, and a 16 barely walks Green, and he will go to first. Base runner on. We'll see a pinch hitter now for the A's. They'll probably bring in a righty, I'm sure. And they're going to bring in George Alusik. George Alusik bats .240. He'll go up against Bill Please or Plies. I don't know if that's, I think it's pronounced Plies. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Plies. Bill Plies, runner on first base, 1 out. A's got to have something happen here. 2-5. That is a possible home run check against the lefty. It is a 3, and that is a 2. And George Alusek is going to come off the bench, and he's going to go ahead and smack a home run. Are you kidding me? A home run against a right-handed check on 2-5. And a lefty needs a 3 in order to hit one, and a 2 on the dice. George Alusek hits a 2-run shot. It's 6-4. Pinch hit home run for Alusek, just like the Twins had a pinch hit home run by Mincher. Game not over. Now 6-4. Or is it still too little, too late? Here is Wayne Causey, still 1 out, top of the 9th. Plies, 1-3, strikeout possibility, a 5 against the lefty, a 6, plus 1 is a 6, and that is a strikeout. And down goes Causey. And Causey was 0 for 4 today. Last chance for Kansas City will be Larry Stahl, who came in to replace Matthews. Plies trying to finish this game off. He will be tired after this at bat if Stahl gets on. 2-6, and that is a blank. He is not tired on this batter. He would have been tired after this one. That is a blank. So Stahl gets a shot. 4-4. That's a star line 6, and a fly ball hit the right field. Coming underneath it is Tony Oliva. Waits for it. Bop, and the ball falls in his glove, and that is the game. Two runs on a hit, and the Minnesota Twins will advance to the next round as they knock out the Kansas City Athletics 6-4 here at Metropolitan Stadium. Give a final line score here. For the Minnesota Twins, 6 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. For the Kansas City Athletics, 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error. Mudcat Grant does get the win. Orlando Pena picks up the loss. And there's no save because when Bill Plies came in, it was 6-2, and he gave up 2 runs. So in my opinion, there's no save there. There's no save. So that will do it. So the Minnesota Twins will advance. They will go to Game 10 to take on the Chicago White Sox. The Kansas City Athletics will remain home, and that is it for this game of the 1964 one-and-gone tournament. Next game up will be game number 3, and it will be the Washington Senators taking on the Chicago Cubs. Takes me a little bit to set that up, but I might do that later tonight or maybe tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Larry Harris, D. Smith, it was a pleasure. Philip Reynolds. Of course, there's only one guy left, so I hope I didn't put you guys to sleep. Had a great time playing Inside Pitch. Got a lot more Inside Pitch coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to catch it, remember, I have more Inside Pitch coming up. And Payoff Pitch, the new 1985 season will start November 2nd with a doubleheader. But that's a couple of weeks away. So hope you maybe check out some of my other stuff. And of course, let's watch everybody else because everyone else is doing a great job. Thank you all for joining me, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you for another edition of Inside Pitch One and Gone Tournament. 1964. Take care, everyone. Good night.